Hey everyone, this is Be Divine, Voice of the Flame. Welcome to this week's Flame Frequency, a living transmission to awaken the codes within you, burn the noise, and return you to your own sacred flame. Each one of you are very, very connected, more than what you realize, and we're waking this up now. So, if you're interested in a little bit of a forecast for the week ahead, specifically connecting with energy and what you might expect, I hope that you will stick around. Okay, so some of the crystals for this week, black kyanite, kind of looks like Game of Thrones, doesn't it? Black kyanite is very, very good at connecting or detangling away negativity. This is a piece of Auralite 23. I will be having some available. I do have a little bit available at my website. So it looks like this. It can also look like this. Okay. Auralite 23 is 2.3 billion years old. It's only found in one place in the world, in Canada. So it's extremely rare and extremely powerful, especially for those of you on a healing journey. Also, Sunstone is also for your vitality. Sunstone, if you think about the colors of crystals as also connecting with the spectrums within your chakras, because there's more to your chakras than just like on the surface, right? It goes, your chakra system goes not just on the surface energetic spot where you might think of them as, they also come out behind you and are connected with the different levels of your auric field. Anyway, and also Lemurian crystals, is which I actually work with Lemurian and Auralite necklace all of the time, and it helps to really stay in connection with the higher vibration and keeps your field very, very clear. So this week, I have some notes like always. Being relatable or being real. Being relatable or being real. Now, we've had a few things going on over the last few weeks where it's been very much connected with false energy beginning to fall, okay? So with this, you also have to understand where you might be holding back for some reason, or only trying to keep the peace, or trying to stay relatable, on trend, whatever it is that you're doing. And this is saying be relatable or be real. Which one is it going to be? The healing energy vibration is also very much focused upon this week. So sometimes when we are going through the most massive adjustment, we go through this really, really strange, agitated stage as well. It's almost like everything is just like crashing around you. You will find friends behaving funny or weird. You'll find that you have glitches with your electrical products, etc. You might have strange headaches, you might have strange dreams, you might be waking up at odd hours. For some of you, your spine also, you just might be having weird aches and pains, or your lungs are behaving weirdly, right? All of this starts to happen as there are bigger adjustments made within your being, and it's directly because of what you're listening to, what you're focused on, and what you're doing for yourself. Okay, so one of the biggest things in people's journey is they do focus a lot about what everybody else is doing. And sometimes that comes in because you've always been in a role in your life. You've always been the kid, and then, the parent yourself, or looking after people, or working your guts out. Maybe you've never really had any time to reflect on who you actually are, because you've just been placed in all of these different roles, right? Sometimes we get this opportunity that's forced upon us to start looking at how we treat ourselves, how we see ourselves, what we're actually trying to achieve here, right, in on this planet. So healing comes, and it can come in a strange way also. So speaking truthfully seems to be quite the thing. And you won't be able to hide behind things, or you'll be able to also start picking and choosing what you're listening to, because speaking has a double impact here. People talk about the throat chakra for speaking, but it's actually things that you've heard. Now, things that you've heard can shape your whole entire way of doing everything, right? Can also be connected with things that you thought you knew, a memory that you thought was a real memory for you, and then perhaps something else comes up to change it as well. So how you've been heard, what you've said, what you've heard, right, yourself, what you've been a witness to, it all goes together. The hidden teachers, the hidden prophets, the hidden connectors, okay, are waking up. These are people that have just been in the background listening. These are people that have decided to step forward a little bit in this world and to start doing the things that bring them the most joy. And we may start to notice this, or you may be feeling this within yourself, like I've got to get going, I've got to start doing something, or that you know exactly what you need to do. So you're going to have this beautiful clarity if you want it. Okay, people can refuse whatever it is that I'm talking about here, and that's their journey as well. But these things are here if you drop into it. So energetically clearing for the new month also, your house, you know, things that have been sitting for too long. It's a good idea just to move energy around, okay? Even just moving items around a little bit really helps give everything a thorough clean. You know, and it also helps for your mind to process when things are nice and smelling nice around you as well. And there could also be a reason. So anytime I just feel like, okay, this is it, I'm going right through all of this stuff, there's usually a reason. I find something I was looking for, or someone's turning up unexpectedly, right? And you're kind of intuitively honing in on needing to have something ready. It's like a nesting process can kick in as well. Some of you may be feeling heat, restlessness, or also a lot of high-pitched tones, okay? This is recalibration that's happening. We've had a lot of convergence, we've had a lot of compression in our energetic field, and the earth has also had this as well. We've had a lot of surprising moments come up. We've had a lot of confusing times. We've had things that we never thought we would see, and they start coming forward. But also we're starting to use a lot more discernment as we move ahead and stepping into this leadership role instead of feeling like we need to be guided all of the time, right? So your focus is shifting, your awareness is shifting, and you may not be drawn to things like you once were. You may also be sensitive. Okay, so as you're opening up all of these skills, okay, be aware that you might also be sensitive to things that you were never sensitive before to. For example, different foods perhaps, or maybe you're too sensitive to, like you might have been into horror movies or something, and now you're like, you know what, I don't want to see any of that. Or, you know, just your tastes are changing altogether. And for some of you, this may be the close circle that you've been around with for some time may not fit anymore for you either. So doing yourself a really, really positive thing, and making sure that you are just going through and taking your time and cleaning up any clutter and dissolving any old cords and attachments just by asking for that to happen. And remember also that you don't have to physically take on anybody else's physical problems. Sometimes many of you are sponges for other people's energy, problems, issues, backaches, pains, and you call it empathy, but you do not have to be an empath and suffer. So something that you might want to say to yourself is, look, I can be aware of someone's issue, but I do not have to have it in my physical body to get me aware of it, okay? So make sure that you're cleansing and clearing this week and looking after you, okay? Have a wonderful week. I will be back soon.